What's up, everybody? It's Eric. Welcome in to the 5 to 9 Hustle. Had a Mercari lot come in yesterday and had another one come in a few days ago that is up on the Z rack behind me right now. And so I use Mercari primarily for, I don't cross post a lot to it. I use it primarily for just moving bulkier lots, liquidating inventory that I don't want anymore in like a 20-pound box and that sort of thing. I should probably cross post more on there, but for the most part, I use it for selling bulk, and then I turn around and rather than withdrawing the money, I most often just keep it as a Mercari credit and shop for replacement inventory. So, a great example, I recently got rid of all my ladies' jeans. I had sworn off buying ladies' jeans quite some time ago. I still had like 14, 15 pairs, something like that, only on Poshmark. I wasn't really sharing them. I was like, it's not doing me any good sitting here in a box. Let's liquidate it on Mercari. I did a reseller lot and turned around and then flipped that into a couple video game lots that I bought. And with video game lots, I'm usually, if it's just a game lot, then you want to get a good price per item. If it's a lot of games with a system, a lot of times I look at, can I get all my money back from the system or piecing the system out? And it's usually a go for me. Or if you see in the lot, one game that will get all your money back and put you in the profit, then that's a good way to go too. A lot of people ignore PS2 because there are a lot of crap PS2 games, but there's quite a few $10 to $12 games as well. But you got to get them really cheap to make that worth your time and effort. But I just sold one of the Tony Hawk games on Amazon for $39.99. So it can happen. So the lot behind me, we'll talk about in a second. This one just came in. I bought this purely on instinct. I didn't look stuff up beforehand because it's all in Japanese. So I got a lot of 19 PS2 Japan imports games. And I'm hoping that I can scan the barcodes with the Amazon Seller app, check these out on Amazon. I think that'd be a good marketplace for them. They're supposed to all be complete with manuals. No idea what that is. Oh, here's one I recognize. That's Virtua Fighter? Well, that's in English. Virtua Evolution Fighter 4. I just sold the English version of that recently. This type of thing. If I was at a yard sale and didn't know this game and it was in English, I'd probably pick it up. Anytime you see kind of like anime kind of characters on a video game with that style artwork, it's usually a good sign. Fantasy stuff, anime looking stuff usually sells better. Here's some more of these. Yeah, all Japanese, 19 of them. So we'll see how I do. We'll talk about the shirt lot next. Is that, I don't know who that is. I know there's, I know something that's big with collectors of it anyway from Japan is Ultraman, which I think was kind of like what Power Rangers was based on. But I don't know. Well, I suck at the mirror image of the camera, sorry. I don't know if that's possibly Ultraman or not. Oh, it's Tekken 5. Can read that one. That looks like a tennis game. Not a sports game. Probably not good. Just interesting looking stuff. That kind of looks Power Ranger-y. Maybe that's Ultraman. I don't know. It's like half in English, half in Japanese. And another sports game, a soccer game. Winning 11. So we'll see how I do on that. I think I'm going to do very well. The lot was $75 for the 19 games. So we'll see. Next, let's go back and check out the shirt lot I got. And I'll tell you what my thinking was on it. And we'll see how we can do. All right, so I'm going to switch over to recording with my phone, so hopefully I don't get too shaky and wobbly. I bought 41 dress shirts on Mercari. They had been listed for a couple weeks, so I sent in the minimum offer it would let me, which was $67. After shipping and tax, I was at 85, 80, something like that. It came out to, if I remember right, it came out to $2.25 a shirt, thereabouts. Shirts for me, normally if I'm thrifting, are $4 each. So I tend to want a $20 to $25 shirt minimum when I'm thrifting. And it wasn't the kind of lot where you're going to get a photo of each shirt and a condition description of each shirt. The picture was very much just like this: a bunch of shirts on a rack, and then the description listed out. Here's a list of brands that are included. And the reason I jumped on it is, one, I knew there was at least some Brooks Brothers, but two, every shirt in the lot is at least a size 17 or higher, and most of them are 18 or 18 and a half. And if you don't know how dress shirt sizing works, this chap shirt will tell you right here. An 18 and a half, 34, 35. The 18 and a half is the neck size. An 18 or 18 and a half neck size is usually equivalent to a 2XL. So these are all really big shirts. There's some brands that I don't want in here. Chaps, we already saw one. Tommy Hilfiger, I'm usually not scooping up. There's some Nordstrom. Nordstrom's tough. I mean, I think it's a brand, Croft & Barrow is a pass 100% of the time. But, Nordstrom is a brand that people definitely associate with quality and value. I don't think people go on platforms like eBay and search for a Nordstrom shirt. I think it's more like you're browsing in stores, like, oh, it's a nice looking shirt. It's the Nordstrom house brand, I'll buy it. I just noticed this guy here's got an issue. Yeah, Ralph Lauren, that's another one. I pass on that label 100% of the time when I'm out picking. So, Brooks Brothers, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 18 and a half. So my thinking, I will get between $20 and $25 at least for each one of those. So I'll get all my money back with 4 shirts. The other ones that, aren't the brands that I necessarily want, I will probably do some lots. There were a couple more Brooks Brothers. These are more like the XL size 17s. But if you didn't know, you see the 346 on there? That's slim fit too, so it's got some stuff going for it. XL slim fit's a good size. If you see a Brooks Brother tag with 346 on it, unless it is like a really old vintage piece of suiting, that is an outlet piece, is what the 346 is telling you. Buyers don't necessarily know that, but on these 4 shirts that are not outlet pieces, I will include that in my description. Mainline merchandise, not an outlet piece. So. Yeah, there's even some Dockers. There were 2 or 3 of these, but they're all XLT, so extra long tall, or extra large tall. It's a good size, it's just not a decent brand. So plan is, get all my money back after shipping and fees from the 4 Brooks Brothers, and then the rest, I will probably do lots of 2 or 3 shirts. You got to be careful when lotting up shirts though, because typically 2 dress shirts will put you over £1. So you're talking, almost $8 to ship. So 2 for 20 minus 8 shipping is not great. So maybe I want to do 3 shirts, 4 shirts even for $8 shipping. We'll see. So I got to do a little more research on that. They're all nice check patterns, a couple solids. I never buy white shirts, so hopefully that one's okay. White shirts almost always have a problem. But I'm thinking, get the money back from the 4, maybe 10, 12 lots of 3 shirts. I'd be surprised if I don't triple my money on this when all's said and done. So that's my thinking on it. Definitely a bit of a blind buy, a bit of a gamble. But I wish half of it was Brooks Brothers. I'd been pretty happy. But if you sell clothing, the big sizes are what sell well, and they sell at a premium. So time to get this sorted out, lot it up and get stuff listed. Just comping the Brooks Brothers shirts. So I've just done a simple search for Brooks Brothers. I'm in the men's dress shirt category. Buy it now and pre-owned. There are 16,600. There's a lot. But let's pop in the size of 18 and a half. So we got 4 of those. Of the 16,600 pre-owned Brooks Brothers dress shirts, only 19 are in this size of 18 and a half. You got somebody asking essentially 76 for one. I think that's a bit ambitious. 19 I think is underselling it, you know. I think you're underselling that plaid patchwork one too. But let's look. So of the 19, with 19 listed, how many do we have sold? We have 25 sold. One of those is a lot. So that is a better than 30% monthly sell-through rate. So that is great. These shirts will sell pretty quickly. So 1874 plus 7 is 25, 26, 25 Canadian. With their rather high shipping for a shirt, they got almost 40 for that one. 26, 25. Seeing a lot in like the 25 to 30-ish range. So in conclusion, I was right. I should be able to get between 80 and 100 bucks just for those 4 shirts, pay for the whole lot. So I'm very happy with that. I did comp out the Japanese PlayStation 2 games on Amazon. Only a couple duds, and by duds I only mean the low price in used was in like the mid-teens on 2 of them. The rest of them were all $30 or higher, with a couple of them being $50 and $60. The issue I'm going to have though with the Amazon plan is a lot of these Japanese games are published by Bandai. And while I can list tons and tons of PS2, PS3, Xbox games on Amazon as a independent seller or whatever, Bandai, I am unable to list that publisher. I am gated there. That character I was wondering about is actually called Kamen Rider, something like that. There were a bunch of games with that character in my pile. Let me see if I got that right. Yeah, well, nothing in the dress shirt category, of course. So we do have some listed. Like this one's 20 bucks with shipping from Japan. Someone has a brand new game for 180. 28, 65. So like, but a lot of these are shipping from Japan. So I wonder if I might have an advantage as a seller shipping from the United States. I don't know. That right there is the game I just held up. Someone's asking 41. Let's check sold though. So I don't expect these to sell extremely quickly. They all had high ranks on Amazon, as you might expect, because they're in Japanese, you know. So we do have 10 solds. Somebody got 33 for that one. 28, 41. I'm not even sure if I have that one. I think I've got that one. 27 plus the 15 shipping from Japan. So it should be interesting. I'll comp out the games I can't list on Amazon, on eBay, get them listed up. The ones I can list on Amazon, I'll probably leave them on Amazon for a little while, see what happens before cross-posting them to eBay. The Amazon copped out the 19 games to almost $600. I know a lot of times you'll get a little less for stuff on eBay. Video games, not always, but sometimes. Because sometimes the price that you see on Amazon is just wishful thinking rather than like legit comps, right? But if I can get, even if I list them all on eBay, if I can get 400 when it's all said and done, very happy for my $75 purchase. So I just think it goes to show you can definitely do online arbitrage, platform to platform, flip from eBay to Mercari and vice versa, or flip from eBay to eBay. I do that. Flip from Mercari to Mercari. I'm sure you could do that. Poshmark to eBay, and etc. Another one I did recently was 15 Harley shirts for 90 bucks, which is a little high per shirt, $6. But I knew they'd sell fast. I got them on May 2nd. It's July 3rd right now, and I only have 2 of them left. Was it a fantastic deal? No. Will I make money? Yeah. Will I double my money? Maybe. It's probably going to be more like 1.5, 1 2/3 times the money. Um, but for me, shirts are easy to list, and I've got room in my store for inventory, so I was happy to make the deal. But yeah, that's it. I hope this information was valuable for you. Please go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and all that kind of stuff. And we will see you again next time.